12 o'clock. And so I definitely want to call our meeting to order. Sharon was not with us. And so I definitely want to call it to order and thank everyone that's here with us and bring you with some leadership updates for our particular ring. And so thank you all for joining us. Ron Harvey, I'm the MBEIC chair for the Midlands Lower Country Piedmont region. So thank you guys for joining us as we want to continue to do two things in this meeting is add value to you and find out what you need and how we can continue to help you achieve your goals that you want to achieve. Some of the things for our leadership updates is as you know, TJ is super busy, and so we have Lori who's filling in and covering down for us. Still keep her in her prayers. Everybody knows that Lori lost her husband due to COVID, and she's still engaged, but that's limited engagement right now, and I think that's expected with what's going on in her life. And so I will tell you to continue to reach out to her, send her messages, let her know you care. You know, when those things happen, immediately a lot of people around, and then as time passes, those numbers shrink. And so just send her, drop a message or a text, and she'll respond when she's up. I've spoken to her a couple times since then, and so she's doing well, and she's managing minute by minute. So,
Ron,
yes.
can I add that a gift package is on the way to her from Andrea Johnson, some, sweet moments, some
Yes.
sweet treats, and a frame from this ring and from the council. So I was waiting to hear back from her to get her personal address, but she will have that by this weekend. And we picked
Awesome.
the flavors that she likes so she can have a sweet moment.
Yes. And thank you for that, Dominique. You know, one of the things that's been important, this leadership team from Dominique on down, and even at the national level, has been super supportive if we make them aware of what we're going through and what we're trying to get done. So thank you for that, Dominique. It means a lot for everybody that is in the council. People often ask what's the return on investment. And I don't think anything replaces the relationships and showing that you care. And so that's definitely what we receive at our organization. And so thank you for that for you and your entire team for that. Last time we spoke in our last meeting, what we did address, Sharon is out. She had a conflict with schedule, so she won't be there. And so I'm taking some of the notes of what we're discussing today so we can have some minutes for our meeting. Sharon is out for us. What we did discuss is we want to figure out workshops. I will tell you that I'm meeting with all the MBEIC chairs and Lasagna Berry. And what we're doing is developing ideas of what we need to offer at all the rings. So all of us in those chair positions are thinking of what do we need to do during this time for business to continue to stay relevant, to stay engaged, to be in front of corporate partners, to be in front of organizations that can use their services. And so we're going to highlight a business every single time we're on here. We're going to spotlight a business, and we're going to have a business be able to present who they are and what they do. And that's one of the things that people are asking for visibility because it gives them access. So I want to be really respectful of that, mindful of that, and very intentional about making sure that people know who you are, where we are, how to locate us, and how to best use our services. And so today what we'll have is we will have Tracy Richardson, who's going to be bringing her product and her services and how she's gone from where she was to where she's at now. But also I told her to leverage this time to just promote her business, promote her services. This is an infomercial that she'll get to put in front of everybody. So we want her to do a couple things. Tell us how she got to where she's at, share her product and services, tell us how to leverage it, and how do we make her a referral of her business to another organization. So make us smart about how to refer you. And so I want to, at this time, pause, give Tracy the microphone, if that's okay with everyone, and let her have the floor to really just take this opportunity, Tracy, 15 to 20 minutes, whatever it takes you, to share with us who you are and what you want us to know about you.
Great. Thank you, Ron, so much. So can everybody see that's my screen? I'm getting ready to put on the slideshow. Okay. Can everybody see that and hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So thank you for this opportunity. As Ron said, my company is called Lilies of Charleston, and we are a family-owned specialty condiments company, and we make barbecue sauces, hot sauces, and spice mixes. And I'll start with the basic background. So the company started in 2001 when my sister and I developed my dad's recipes. The original history is that my dad had a restaurant in downtown Charleston called the Rib Shack, and he was serving customers, and they were always asking for, to-go cups for the sauces. And quickly my sister and I saw that was like basically money walking out the door. And so we decided to just put together the recipes, go to some experts, and get it bottled. Now, my aunt we named it, the company, after my Aunt Lily, because she was basically our surrogate grandmother. She's my dad's sister. Sorry, my dad's mother's sister. And so when he was stationed at Fort Dix up in New Jersey, we would spend pretty much every Sunday dinner with her. And it was like a revolving door, going in and out of her house on Sundays, because people would come in and out, and she'd always be able to put together a little something extra for somebody to have a plate. And so people were always saying, "May you never feel unwanted, unloved, or hungry," because you never left her house feeling that way. So that's where our slogan came from. All of our products, what makes us unique, are that we have some healthy attributes about our products too. Not only do they taste good, but they're all 100% natural, low in sodium, non-GMO, very versatile in terms of its uses. I always tell people our products are not only a condiment, but it's an ingredient. So you can use our hot sauce, which is 40 milligrams of sodium, versus the leading competitors, which are all over 100 milligrams of sodium or more, and it has a lot of flavor. It's a lot thicker. You can use this as a salt substitute for like your greens, your chili, pretty much almost any dish. And then the barbecue sauces are lower in sugar. And then our spices, and as you know, right now, keto is a great diet people follow. It's gluten-free, also 100% natural. And our mild spice, all-purpose spice, which is the Holada, that's 50% lower in sodium than our leading competitors. And then the Hissy Fit, which is the spicy spice, is 45% lower in sodium. So it's a really good, healthy product. And we find people love using it on a variety of different things. People use it as a popcorn topper, which is really interesting. So it has a lot of flavor. And so this leads us to the last slide where, as everybody knows, we've had to do a lot of things because of COVID. And one of the things that we did to pivot, because a large percentage of our business was in food service. We do food service, we do retail, and then we sell our products on Amazon. So we started doing gift boxes, and we marketed it to a lot of corporations, incentive groups, basically anybody and everybody. You can get these on Amazon too, because they're the perfect, what we call starter kit for a grilling box. So you could take this to a family reunion, you could take it to, a barbecue, birthday party, anything, and they make great gifts. For like Father's Day is when we launched this year, and we actually sold out. So we did a really tremendous. We knew we were heading in the right direction. And so this is what we did to pivot, and we started, like I said, marketing to corporations. And so that's it. That's Lilies of Charleston in a nutshell.
Let me unmute, and I want to be able to get opportunity for any of the people that are in attendance with us. If you have any questions, I will tell you that I have personally used the services of Lilies of Charleston to send gift boxes to different people, and love the sauce and the ingredients. And I met Tracy years ago, and so really investing back into her organization. So I have personally used it. Are there any questions that you would like to ask from a business standpoint or product standpoint of Tracy?
So this is Dominique, and I just want to add that we also use the gift boxes for our board. And all I had to do is simply send Tracy an email with our board list of addresses, and she took care of the gift cards, the shipping, following up on the shipping. She was just wonderful. I didn't have to worry about a thing. And there's a certain price point that we have to reach when giving gifts that we need to be mindful of, and that this gift package, falls in line with that price point. And so it's a great gift box for corporations to be able to send to their members. Also, I want to stress how Tracy really markets her products. Like, she is always, I've never seen her at an event without one of those New York shopping carts. I love it because I'm from New York. Without one of those shopping carts where she has samples to give to everyone. So she understands the importance of marketing and from a guerrilla standpoint, right? So you are just giving out those samples. She showed up to my doorstep one day with this sample box, right? And when she put it together, and so lo and behold, that one doorbell ring ended up being a huge order for her. Don't want I want our listeners to understand the importance of marketing, but also and I'll end here, Tracy's also available to help you. So I have turned a lot of MBEs onto Tracy for help on how she's navigating the different distribution points. Yes, we help and we know lots of things at the council, but there's no better way than to hear it firsthand from somebody who's gone through those marketing channels. So I thank you for being a servant leader, Tracy. I thank you for always delivering value, and just understanding the importance of showing up ready. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate it, but from both Ron and Dominique, they've always been very supportive, and CVMSDC, from Debbie to Dominique to everybody who's part of the organization, has really been a tremendous boost for our company and support system. So thank you.
Yeah. One of the questions I have for you, Tracy, just for every other MBE that's here, if you're, and some are new and some have been around for a while, and times have shifted, what would be a thing that you would tell MBEs that are a part of the organization how to get the best return for being a part of the organization? What has been the way you've leveraged it for you and your organization?
I think the best thing is to, Dominique hit it, is really basically to show up and, be present, meet people, and make sure you have something that you can offer people to tell, to kind of sell yourself, to let people know what you do and how you do it. For us, when food in general, sampling is the best way to do that. And, because I can't travel with, chicken strips and, like
Yes.
food, it's best to give people like the product and then tell them about it. But I think the best way to leverage is really just to kind of be at the time. I think that Dominique says it all the time: be at the table, be
Yeah.
present, and attend the meetings and networking. It's the best way to do it.
Yeah. And how would you tell people that holiday season is coming up? How would you tell people to reach you, and what would you tell them to how to use your products as a nice gift for the holiday season coming up? Thanksgiving's around the corner, and we're in the South, and people do all kind of things with turkey. So, what would
Right.
you tell people how to use your products and services?
So, gift box is probably one of our number one sellers for gift items. But if you want to do something really simple like a stocking stuffer, you can also get like a little bottle of hot sauce. People have told me they put hot sauce in stockings, as a stuffer. Any number of ways, for like a secret gift, how people do gift exchanges. Those are probably the best way. And you can get us on Amazon. And if you go to our website, if you want to go to if you're in local in Charleston, actually not just Charleston, anywhere in South Carolina, because we're in the Food Lions, the Harris Teeters, so forth. You can go to one of the stores. If you visit our website at www.liliesofcharleston.com, and Lilies is spelled Lillies. You can see all the number of stores and specialty shops that we're available in.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much. Anybody else have any questions that you'd like to learn from? I mean, who's done a phenomenal job in building her business? Any other MBEs have a question that like to ask Tracy? She's pretty transparent.
Tracy, can you talk about manufacturing? One of the things that's important to our corporate partners is that you are in control of your supply chain. And I think when we talked once, you talked about having multiple production companies. Can you talk
Mhm.
about that?
Yeah, sure. So I think one of the best ways when I think most food companies, you start off where you're making it yourself, but you can only get like a limited batch size. So the best way, and actually it's cheaper. We were surprised to find this out when we first started. It's actually cheaper to go to a co-packer. Those are the companies that can take your recipe and scale it up and manufacture it, bottle it, and put it, case pack it for you. It's cheaper to go to different co-packers. And the best way to expand your business and be available in different regions is to have a co-packer. Have more than one co-packer, but then also have co-packers that are located in different regions. So we have a couple here in the Southeast, in Charleston, in Atlanta, and then there's another one in the Illinois area. And we're always looking for additional co-packers because if we, which we hope to do, expand to the West Coast, it will make it easier logistically if you have one that's, located in the West Coast or like the Midwest, like we have, that can get both East and West Coast distribution for you.
Yes, phenomenal, phenomenal. Anybody else have any other questions they'd like to ask Tracy? Awesome. Well, thank you, Tracy. I wanted to give an
Thank
opportunity
you.
to spotlight you and highlight you and get you some visibility because that's super important. And so it's one of the things we want to be committed to as a ring is, and Tracy serves on our board as well. So she definitely is doing everything she can within the ring. So not only is she working with the organization, she serves in a leadership position, on the board to ensure that we are also taking care of the other MBE. So it's awesome to serve on the board with her in a leadership role. And so thank you for presenting. Thank you for telling us about your business, which is huge for us. So I would tell every other MBE is put together a 5 to 15 minute pitch. So when you come on, we can highlight you throughout. These sessions when we do once a month, we will highlight someone every month. What I want to do is pause here. It gives us a chance to talk about the MBEIC report. And before I do that, I want to see if there are any other MBEs on. And I want to give you an opportunity to just tell us who you are, where you're located, and what you do specifically. So I want to pause. And I know some other MBEs on. Can you share with us who you are and where you are and what you do? If you can unmute for us.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and start things off. Elliot Haney with Rhino Medical Supply. I'm the Chief Operating Officer here. We are a wholesale distributor of healthcare personal protective equipment, and our primary customers are hospitals and healthcare systems. Most recently, we just secured a distributorship with How Your Health, which is the OM Miners company, which is based out of Richmond, Virginia. So we're excited about that. That's going to put us in a different category with the type of customers we can do on the hospital side,
Yes.
and gives us better competitive pricing and levels the playing field. So yeah, so that's who we are, and we service over 29 states, and we supply to some of the largest hospital systems in the country.
Wow. Thanks, Elliot. I appreciate you stepping up. What I will ask for you to do, if you don't mind committing this next month, if you would be our presenter for next month for us to spotlight you and let us really get to know your company with a couple slides. But I also want to say, what is the one thing that, Elliot, that you can use from us? What do you need?
I mean, obviously the biggest thing is help getting inside of some of these hospital systems. Sometimes we get to the supplier diversity people, and the supplier diversity people are good, but they're just gatekeepers, right? So
Okay.
generally, we do really well when we actually get in front of the actual buyer. So it's really up to that supplier diversity person to put us in front of them. And we've been successful because of the connections that we've made with people who's been in the industry, and they connect us directly to the supply chain directors or vice presidents, and they hear our story, and then and they see our capability, and they're more likely, because they're the decision makers, to either ask for samples, ask for product, and then we deliver, and then we build a long-term relationship. So that's how we've been really successful. So it's been challenging going through the supplier diversity because it's a little slower process, but that's what I would say. Just connections. We just touched base with Novant Health uh, a couple of days ago. So we're working with them right now to front of their buyers and their sourcing directors. So
Awesome. I see Dominique over there. What I would probably suggest, and I'm gonna hand it over to Dominique on a couple of questions around that, is leveraging this entire team. There's some phenomenal people here that will help you identify. Once you identify the hospitals you want to get into, they'll do a lot of work. The team is super successful at doing a lot of the heavy lifting for you up front and identifying and getting you some conversations. So I would say with Dominique team on here, to leverage that team, Elliot, is huge. So that way that you can focus on your business and they can focus on helping you get into some doors. And
yeah,
also we're developmental counsel, so help you be prepared for that conversation when it happens.
yeah. So Larry has been extremely helpful connecting me to several hospital systems. So yeah, we've been definitely leveraging that.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you for sharing. Any other MBEs on that would love to introduce yourself and just tell us a little bit about you and your organization?
Yeah, sure. Joe Lee is on, and don't worry, I'm parked on side the road. Actually,
Yeah, thank you, Joe. We appreciate that.
I actually took some time off and pulled in the parking lot. I said, you know what, I wanted to catch this, so I might as well do lunch now. So, hi,
Thank you.
Dom, hi, Larry. Thank you all for being here for what you all do. Uh, I'm the CEO and president of JL Gov IT Professional Services and Cybersecurity Solutions here in the Hampton Roads area of Virginia Beach. We have been doing great over the last 7 years as a small business 8A certified company. moving down the track, and also swam my MBE here in the state of Virginia. So we provide professional services to small, mid-market, and large-size companies. And right now, given COVID, the state of the nation with COVID, we are focused right now on a lot of our remote management and monitoring side of a solution that we can provide to MBEs or corporate partners as well. So we support that with a real aggressive pricing plan to develop 3 different packages, one from a la carte, one from proactive, where we do a lot of the maintenance and monitoring upfront to keep your system secure. And then we also have a fully managed services package that we also mitigate the issues that we might identify or that crosses your system at any given day when you have vulnerabilities or risk. But we handle all of that background and services that happens on your computer, from antivirus to backing up your systems to keeping them maintained and also managing them on a day-to-day perspective when a lot of us don't have the income that they need to, a revenue generating income that they need to have an on-site IT person or someone that they can reach out to that's trusted when something does happen. So that's where we're focused at right now. I've had the pleasure of talking with Larry a couple times and trying to identify some markets that we want to target here in the area. We are great in the DoD space and heavy on that side, which I've won 3 8A opportunities over the last 2 months, which
Congratulations, man.
So believe me, the last 60 days have been an awesome way to move. And our last major contract that just came through as of 2 weeks ago was with Navy Safety Center. And we are on the front lines of helping them transition to a SharePoint, Teams, and Azure migrated environment. So that's going to be huge right now, understanding that even Microsoft, who is aligned with us on this project, they are having issues in figuring out the whole team's issues that a lot of people are running into. And then some of those issues, when you look at people with a commercial Teams environment, a private as yourselves Teams environment that you have set up, sometimes that's that communication issues that's been happening that we're finding, and then moving into a DoD space. So that's going to be really big for us right now. And we're just really trying to get into the commercial space. I think that's going to be a major area of where we can help a lot of people move forward right now, because it's happening in commercial, it's happening with small businesses, that everyone's trying to figure this whole Teams thing out. And even Microsoft right now is trying to wrap their reels around it a lot quicker than they were before, with the opportunity that we now have and on the forefront of helping the Navy solve that problem.
Awesome, and appreciate that, Joe. 2 questions for you is what's been the biggest benefit for you being a part of the council, and then the second is what's one thing that you would need from us or that we can probably help you with.
Well, I think the one thing when you ask that question is something that Larry and I talk about. It's just building those relationships. We've got a couple of identified people that we want to target, like Lowe's and Dollar Tree, and even Centera. I did some work with those guys last year, but now it's going through the hurdles of getting to that stakeholder that we can really talk to. So those are the hurdles that we have right now for JL Gov to get into the commercial space. Being in here 1 year now, as of this month, I tell you, it's just getting more acclimated, having a greater understanding of what's going on, how the ring really works and gets integrated. And I have some more follow up with Larry as well. So I think that answers your question.
Yes, awesome, and thank you for the information. It really does, and I ask that for all of us to be able to do this together. It's teamwork, and it takes all of us, and it does take a level of engagement. If it's your business, you got to be engaged in what you invest in. And so thank you for being engaged, and thank you for participating, because it does make a difference, so we know how to best support you. Any other MBEs want to share with us who you are and what you do? Awesome. Any of our corporate partners on that's with us that you can tell us who you are and what you do and how you want to support us and how we can support you? I know the city's on. I see Aisha on there with us from the city.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm Aisha Driggers with the City of Columbia Office of Business Opportunities. We work primarily with businesses located within the City of Columbia, but we want to encourage all businesses that are interested in working with the city to contact us. We help with building capacity if you're an existing business, or if you're an entrepreneur who has an idea and wants to do a startup. We are happy to meet with you and talk to you about the different certifications that are available and how to get a business license and get registered with the Secretary of State. I'm primarily responsible for training and technical assistance in our office. So we offer trainings throughout the year, whether they be marketing, financial management, webinars on different funding opportunities. So if there are any MBEs on here that are interested in working with the city, please give me a call, or you can email me. My number is 803-545-3955. And my email address is ayesha.driggers@columbiasc.gov. I'll be happy to set aside some time to talk to you and discuss some opportunities. Even if you don't think that there's an opportunity with the City of Columbia, I would love to just talk to you and see how we can help you in any way.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Aisha. And she's real about that. She gives her cell phone number out all the time, and they do follow up. So they do answer the calls, and they really do put a lot of people to business, put them to work within our city. So the city is really doing a phenomenal job of making sure they pay attention to all of the MBEs in our city. So if you haven't made contact with them, please do so. They're doing a phenomenal job and a great partner for us, for our ring. So thank you, Aisha, and tell Melissa we said we appreciate everything that she does from the city for us. Any other corporate partners, so we don't overlook anyone? Awesome, awesome. And I'll share about my business, and then I'm going to hand it over to Dominique. Um, Global Core Strategies and Consulting. My wife and I own the company. And what we do is all leadership development. And we spend all of our time making sure that we intentionally develop leaders that are prepared for tomorrow's challenges, concerns, and issues. And it's all around the people business. So if you find your company with high turnover rate or silos or mistrust or lack of communication, that's mostly when people call us. And so with today being a virtual world, we're getting a lot more business around that space where people are just struggling with the people part of their businesses. And so that's where we come in and help organizations. And we do executive coaching, a lot of training, a lot of keynote speaking. But our biggest goal for us is that we want to show up to make a difference by helping people become better. And so that's literally what we do in every organization. So honored to be a part of the council. It's been super phenomenal for us and beneficial. And so we're just happy that we're a part of a community that's actually doing real work to help us stay in business and stay in front of the people we need to stay in front of. So thanks to Dominique and the entire team that does this consistently. I want to hand it over to Dominique and her team, and see and let them share with us everything else that's coming up.
Okay, Ron, can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, great. Phenomenal job with this ring and your leadership team for really building it so folks will come and growing this organization. So appreciate you. So I'm going to start out with our social media expert who's also an MBE, and that's Alex Roberts, to give you an update on what's going on with our social media. We have a couple of contests going on. So Alex, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. How's everyone doing?
Great.
That's good. I'm so glad to hear that. So yeah, I just want to give a quick social media update. On Monday, while I was checking the stats, I did realize that we have reached over 700 followers on Instagram, which is a huge accomplishment because when I first started working with the council, I noticed we were around the early 400s. I want to say it was like 4 when I first started working with the council. So I'm really excited to see that those numbers and engagement is going up. And also right now for Reemerge, which we all know is our upcoming end of year conference, we're hosting a millennial TikTok challenge, and it's being promoted across all social media platforms. This is a wonderful opportunity for existing businesses to pitch their business to us so that the winner can be provided with countless business opportunities in the future for either our corporate sponsors and even inside of our own CVM SDC network as well.
Anything else?
No, that's all I have right now.
Okay, you have done a phenomenal job of getting our impressions up on social media. One stat I'll add is that we hit a record of 1,900 visits in the month of August to our website, where we used to be huddling around 300 folks. And so, great job, Alex, there to make folks know who we are and how we can help them. Thank you so much. So next, I'm going to go to Debbie Hillary Pettigrew, who is our event planner, and she's going to give you an update on upcoming events as well as the newsletters.
Good afternoon, MLP Ring, and thank you so much, Dominique. Yes, it's an exciting time here in the council as we prepare for our year-end conference, Re-Emerge, the future of your business. You can see we're promoting it even in our backgrounds, right? So if you don't know about it now, you will know about it. So thank you very much. December 2nd and 3rd, we have got a dynamic speaker lineup, workshops, matchmaking, including a new addition, which is construction matchmaking. And if you have seen the newsletter today, you saw Larry's debut video with his hard hat on, and he just came straight out of the box with creativity. And we just appreciate the support from our small and mighty team in making sure that this conference is all that it can be. I just want to piggyback on what Dominique said as far as the level of support and growth that's going on in this ring and other rings. With you guys highlighting MBEs, we have also, as a council, taken this virtual space and created new opportunities to highlight our MBEs. I know Elliot's got a virtual capabilities briefing coming up soon. Tracy has already taken advantage of that. And I would encourage any one of our certified MBEs to make sure that you get that 30-minute time slot where you are showcasing your business, you are answering questions, fielding questions from our corporate partners, as well as your fellow MBEs, because while everybody's looking for the big opportunity with the corporate partners, let us not forget that there is business between the peers. So these ring meetings are very, very instrumental in making sure that you build awareness within the network of what it is that you do. So again, if you are not getting your newsletter, which comes out Monday, Wednesday, and Friday in the 7 o'clock hour, make sure that you check your spam or your junk. It does have all the information that's going on with the council, countless opportunities that we find throughout the community to help as far as grants and funding, that type of thing. So it's just a wealth of information. And I thank everybody who has supported the newsletter by opening it, clicking on links, and finding what's going on. So thank you so much. If you're not getting it, please make sure that you send me an email. Just drop your information in the chat box and I'll make sure to add you to the list. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Debbie. Two things that I want to add about Re-Emerge. We need everyone's help on this call. One piece of the work that we do is we reach out to college students with the next generation of our work. And it is very important that we engage this audience so that they can become our future entrepreneurs. So at the top of the day on the 2nd, we're going to have a Re-Emerge event. Clemson is our sponsor there. We're going to talk to college students about entrepreneurship as a career opportunity. And so we want you all to share this information so that we can get as many college students on that event as possible. So that is the first thing where we need your help. Secondly, our event, normally I think the price is like around $3.99 for MBEs to join one of our events. Right now, we've reduced the price down to $89 for MBEs to join. And really, there are many, many ways in which you can get that price cut in half down to $49 if you like and share our post on Facebook, if you bring a guest to this meeting. So there's lots, thank you for putting that up. So there are many ways in which you can save and really come into the conference at $49. We just need you to bring extra people there. You know, we just want to cover our costs. This is not a money-making venture from our point. We just want to make sure we cover our costs and share that information with our MBEs. We encourage you to register early. If you register before November 16th, it really sets you up for the matchmaking opportunities. And this year we have 2 sets of matchmaking. And I'm going to turn it over to Larry to talk about what's going on from a corporate standpoint as well as matchmaking. Larry?
Okay. Thank you, Dominique. First of all, thank everyone for the call here. It's great to see all these familiar faces. Since this is being recorded, I know we talked about the MBEs and everything, but I want to say it's a pleasure to serve and work with our MBEs. I know Elliot and Joe, we have a very good professional working relationship, and I think that's really vital to what we do as far as business partners, and we want to continue with that. As far as things on horizon right now, we have some new corporate partners. One is American Tire Distributor, ATD. They are the largest tire distributor in the U.S. When you think of anything from Walmart to Firestone to whatever, they play a major role in tire distribution. Our next corporate partner just joined us, based out of Richmond, or will be based out of Richmond. It's called TrueLeave. They specialize in medicinal cannabis. They already as a part of our Georgia council. They're based out of Florida. They are, public trading company, and will be in Virginia. And also there will be good opportunities for MBEs as well. As far as MBEs, we have Harlow Enterprises. They're out of Columbia, South Carolina. They specialize in graphics, signage, and business solutions. So, we're making ground, more corporate partners, more MBEs. And like I was saying before, we're here. Please use us, use us as you seem fit, and we're here to serve. And it's a pleasure to work with you all too. Oh, by the way, I was eating some blueberries and walnuts, but after watching Tracy's presentation, I kind of put it aside because I'm hungry for some real food now. That was a good presentation, Tracy, and I'm starving.
Larry, please touch on the construction and regular matchmaking.
Sure. As far as the matchmaking goes, we have the construction and the regular matchmaking. Right now, as of today, there are 30 business partners that have signed up for the construction matchmaking. This is going to have 15 that are part of our council. CVS is bringing another 10 to 15 on board with them, and the general matchmaking as well too. Now, some of your business partners that are on construction matchmaking may also be doing the general matchmaking as well too. As far as matchmaking goes, once we get things going and people start signing up, the premise is to have an interactive, just like we are right here live, to talk with one of our corporate partners. If you're an MBE and that's invite only, and you're talking with one of the construction companies, it gives you a great opportunity to be at the head of the table and kind of exchange ideas, information, and those kind of things. And general matchmaking is kind of along the same premise. General matchmaking go on the 2nd of December, and construction go on the 3rd of December to give everyone an opportunity to participate. We're looking forward to it. I know we've been to a lot of events where you're kind of typing back and forth, but guess what? This is going to be live just like we're right now. I'm here. I'm talking to Ron. Hey, Ron, I'm Larry Jones. Here's my company. What can we do? I'm sorry for banging the table. I get kind of excited about this. Excuse me, folks. But that's the way it is like that. We're talking one-on-one, and it's only going to be between 15-minute sessions, so really 12 minutes plus 3 minutes to kind of go from there, and it's going to be a couple hours long. So it's going to be, I'm excited about it. We can't see each other face to face, but we can still get things done in a virtual environment, and that's how it's going to be. And we're excited about it. I'm ecstatic about it.
Thank you for your enthusiasm, Larry. That's what we need to hear. Are there any questions on matchmaking? Yes.
I have a question. I have a logistical question. So as a city, we'd like to do a matchmaking session as well. So I'm just curious, are you using Zoom as the platform for that, or another?
We have a proprietary, well, I shouldn't say it's proprietary. Okay. We have a homegrown platform, which we'll be happy to share with you. We would love for you to have a table at our event to do matchmaking with our MBEs because you are a member. Yeah. But definitely we will share the platform with you. We have an MBE who has created this platform. So it's a great way for you to have a table as well as see how the platform works. Thank you, Aisha.
And I'm right your name, man. Aisha Driggers. Absolutely.
There you go. And just like that, it happens in the ring meetings. Don't let anybody tell you it doesn't happen in the ring meetings, right?
Yeah, we'll be very happy to join.
Okay. Thank you. Great. Any other questions regarding matchmaking? This is why we're all here, right? For $89 or $49, if you follow the marketing promotion, you can have up to 8 meetings if you're doing general matchmaking, and up to 16 if you can support a construction event. So where else could you get 16 meetings for $89? I mean, it's just unheard of, right? So any other questions? Okay, did I leave anybody on my team out? Okay, I want to close my portion by saying, please, please, please follow us on social media. Please look at our calendar on a regular basis. We are right now, while we're talking, there's a Dominion Energy event going on online with 500 participants. If you had followed our calendar, you'd know about that and be registered for that. On last week, there was the Charleston Metro Chamber diversity event, which was tremendous for their first event. They had about 250, 300 people participate in that. And so, it is really hard during these times to stay connected, right? We're all zoomed out.
Yes.
So we try and condense the information for you and tell you what's relevant right now. There's also a South Carolina grant that's available. Aisha, I know you're aware of that. Up to $25,000 that MBEs in South Carolina can partake in. All this information just flows through our newsletter and on our website. And so you can't do it alone, folks. I'm preaching to the choir right now because y'all are all here. But, that is the beauty of what we bring to the table, is condensing that information, sharing it with you, and making sure that you understand which doors are open and which opportunities exist. So with that, I'll kick it back to you, Ron. Thank you.
Yes, thanks, Dominique, and to you and your entire team for the information shared. And a couple of key points that Dominique and her entire team shared is that they're always going to be very pleasant and supportive, no matter what it is that you're going through. So thank you for that, and continue to echo the message is how do we use everything that the council does have available. So for our MBEs, thank you for doing that for the city. Thank you for being that partner. I think it's just important, and a lot of people, if you're an MBE on here, I would tell you probably to practice not being zoomed out. I think it's the way of the future. I would just say figure out how to make it work really, really well for you. I don't see it going away for our business or any other business. So figure out how to make this virtual platform work. Even though we can't see each other face to face, Larry, I've actually reached areas that I normally couldn't reach that if we were face to face. So even though we're not connected face to face, I've connected with more people on this platform in different cities than I ever would have connected with. So find a way to make it work for you and look at it differently is super important. Is how do you reach people? I'll be on a conference this week with Black Enterprise, which covers the entire U.S. If it was face to face, I would only reach the people that were in that room. And so please find a way to make this work for you and ask a lot of questions. You see how quick Aisha just got onto a platform. Ask for what you need to be successful, and you'll be amazed who may show up on a call and give it to you. So I will tell you to ask for what you need, be really mindful of what you need, and articulate that really, really well. And we're here to support you 100%. We will do what we can do in our space to make sure that you have the resources accessible to you. And if we don't know the answer, we'll get you in touch with someone that does. And so I want to thank you. I want to bring, where is Joe at? Joe, you still on here? Is Joe still here? Did he drop
I
off?
see him on there.
He's on
There
mute.
he is. Oh, he's on mute.
Yeah, I'm still here.
I just wanted to personally ask you to come back on so we can tell you seriously, congratulations for winning 3 contracts at a high level. And I think that's, I didn't want to drive by that. So y'all can give him that, that nice virtual. What is it? There you go, Debbie. That nice virtual, because you've done a phenomenal job and it's a good role model. 3 8A contracts. And I think you've been around for what, a year, or is what I heard? Did I hear that correct?
No, actually, I've been in business for over 7 years. I've just been a part of the ring for this last year.
Yes, that's what I heard. That's last year, and you've made it work. So good example, and love to get with you one-on-one so we can share that message, because oftentimes people don't know how to make it work or get frustrated. And so thank you for sharing that. That is phenomenal, dude. You should actually be enjoying that level of success. Thank you for sharing
Yeah.
it. We need those stories. So thank you for being, and let us know how we can continue to serve you and help you. I'm
Definitely,
going to pause there.
it's a lot of
If
work.
there's
I do the BD myself, so it's a lot of work, and it's building those relationships. I've had one or two one hit wonders where I've got some directed awards, but really it's about hitting the ground and getting out of the office. So and talking to folks. I use Fridays for my administrative day to make phone calls and send out emails.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
great.
All business acumen that we all got to do. So thank you for sharing that. Did we miss anybody that's on the call that wants to at least let us acknowledge that you're on here and who you are?
Ron, I do want to acknowledge that we have like Joe and a few others coming in from Virginia. Like you said earlier with the Black Enterprise event, this is the greatest time for you to join all the different ring meetings we have. We have 6 different ring meetings that occur. And so thank you for those who are coming in from other areas other than MLP. We encourage you to sign up for all of our ring meetings and get to know the different corporate partners that are present in each of those ring meetings. Thank you.
Yes. My closing remarks is please remain safe. I'm glad to see Joe has on a mask. Practice social distancing. Keep your hands clean. COVID is real. It has impacted. I have two nieces that were diagnosed with it. So please, 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 if you go in public space, take care of yourself and don't bring anything back to your families or your loved ones. So thank you all for participating and joining this meeting. Tracy, thank you for a phenomenal presentation. Please support Tracy. Reach out to her. I got some of those boxes still in my house that I'm giving out to our clients. Please support each other. We need to support each other more now than ever. So thank you all. Y'all have a wonderful day and thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you for your leadership, Ron.
Aisha, I'm going to be emailing you once we hang up, okay?